Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, we're coming at you with another jack-o'-lantern spread. I love this spread. It came with the Halloween Oracle deck, and it's super fun. It helps us deep dive into a potential like problem or challenge that you're facing right now, and then it reveals some guidance on how to navigate that situation and a solution, a potential solution. So let's get into it. Really quick before I do that, actually, I just want to say thank you so much for all the engagement in the channel, the likes, the shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations. All of it really, really, really helps out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, without further ado, now let's get into it. Okay. Okay, so this is the heart of the issue or the question. This was in the it was in the what happens if you embrace the solution side, which is the last card of the previous one that I did. So the previous jack-o'-lantern spread that I did, it was this card. So this could be a continuation of that message as well. So I will link that at the end of this video for you. If you are resonating with this message, there might be something in that other one that is for you as well. What this card really is talking about is really connecting with ancestors and passed on loved ones. And so there could be a situation where maybe somebody recently passed away, if so, my condolences. And what could be happening is maybe that's shaking kind of the foundation of your belief system at this time. And I said it in the last one, it's kind of that existential crisis energy of really going within and studying maybe other methodologies and ideologies to see what it is that you resonate with on how this whole thing works, life and the afterlife and all of that. So that could be part of what's going on. Um, some of you could be having different gifts coming online. So your clairs, I do have a video on that as well. So I'll link that at the end of this as well. But clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, there's quite a few of them, but it's extrasensory perceptions. And so especially if it's somebody close to you that passes away, what can happen is you'll start to hear that person, you'll start to see that person, you'll start to smell that person, you'll feel their presence around you. And this can be kind of the start of turning on some of those gifts. So that could be what's going on for you right now. Let's see. The hidden issue. Oh, boy. We've got ghost, which is regret. Okay. What could be going on? If you have some of your extrasensory gifts turned on and there is a block. So, okay, hold on. Blah. Let the energy is coming in really fast. So let me ground for a second to be able to pull this through clearly. Okay. What could be going on for some of you if you have your gifts already turned on or you've been used to working with certain clairs, and then somebody passes and you're not able to see them, hear them, feel them, smell them, etc. What could be going on is there could be something, a regret that is coming up and kind of blocking that. And so that could be something that's really going on right now, as well, because it's actually kind of two sides of the same coin. Because if you have your gifts turned on and you're used to working with them, and then somebody close to you passes away, it can cause the opposite to happen, to where all of a sudden you feel like some of those gifts and things are blocked. And so what oftentimes happens with that is there's some ego stuff that needs to be really kind of dealt with and moved through and all of that. Um Okay, I just randomly heard, okay, hold on. So I created a meditation after one of my cats died. It was a very, very challenging, situation, basically. He got really sick, and there was a lot of guilt, there was a lot of regret, there was a lot of these, lower vibrational type energies around it. And so what I did was I created a meditation where, um, I was then able to actually, communicate with my cat who passed on, and I was able to get closure and things like that. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments below, because I can do one for passed on pets, and I can also do one for passed on loved ones, where I will guide you through a meditation where it actually takes you to a space. It helps shift your vibration and clear your energy to where you can actually lift and move into an energy where you can actually communicate with a passed on loved one. So if you're interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments below. I will absolutely do that for you, because it's very, very healing to be able to have that experience. I'm being told to keep this in the book really quick though, so let's see here. Right. Okay, so the message here is, should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and it weighs us down eventually. By taking actions to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. Okay, so for some of you, if this isn't actually a literal passed on person, what could be happening is if you are attempting to connect with ancestors or spirit guides or anything like that, you're trying to turn these gifts on and tap more into your clairs and things like that, but it feels like it's not working. It could be because there's some limiting beliefs and things like that that you're being guided to let go of at this time. And that will help you to shift your energy to allow your gifts to really come online. Okay, then we've got the major obstacle, which is invisibility and authenticity. Okay. So what I'm picking up for this, for those of you that are attempting to turn your gifts on right now and really listen to that those extra senses, basically, what could be blocking that basically at this point could be some of these subconscious programs that maybe you haven't fully let go of. So it's not really super acceptable in our society for the most part, especially in the Western world, to be able to have contact with other realities, I guess you could say, or the other side, whatever you want to term it. It's normally not really accepted to be able to see people who have passed on or hear people who have passed on or things like that. um I do have to say this, so I'm just gonna throw it out there really quick. If you have any concerns about your mental health at this point, or health in general, seek out seek out professional assistance. I'm not offering any medical or mental health uh advice, I guess. So anyways, okay. I just got to do the little disclaimer. Okay. So there could be a limiting belief that is kind of blocking some of these gifts. The other thing too, and I just heard Hollywood, and so that can be part of this as well, is kind of that fear of what, if you're trying to like turn on your clairvoyance basically, and then or for instance, and you're like, well, but I don't want to see something that scares me. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. And if I start seeing things, am I ever going to be able to turn it off? And it's kind of like that fear, that worry. It's these programs. And the thing is you are a sovereign being, and you have full authority over your gifts and abilities. So at any point in time, if you turn your clairvoyance on and you turn it up and it's too much, you can turn it right back down and just be like, nope, that's too much for me. I'm good. We'll mess with some of the other gifts for now. Um, same thing with clairaudience, or just any of the extrasensory things. You can shield yourself and put yourself in your own bubble of energy and just be like, I don't want any interference right now. And you have full authority over your being and your gifts to turn them on and turn them off when you need to. Sometimes it's one of these like, okay, I'm just going grocery shopping. I'm not trying to hear and see and know all the things. So just there's a time and a place for it. So just know that as well, that you are fully in control of these abilities. Okay. Okay. Make sure. Let's see, the main fear. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. So I'm picking up that this is going straight into what I was just talking about, kind of the fear of what am I going to see here, all of that. And I feel like we pretty much addressed that. Um, but there's something else that's come through with it, so we're gonna read it. Okay, allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You will feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know too that it is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and this isn't something to hide from. So I just heard for some of you, there's a fear of like yourself. It's like the fear of your own abilities or something of that nature. So that could be something that's playing a part here as well. Nothing else on that, right? The solution is winter, the sacredness of pausing. And so this is about giving yourself the time and the space to really tap into this. This is creating space in your life in a way that allows you to really tap in and get used to your gifts. Um, and this can be anything from 5 minutes a day to, an hour a week. Just dedicate some time and allow yourself to open up to receiving information and to using your gifts and abilities. And that will definitely help you to really um master them. It's like a muscle. And so it's one of those like, once you start working that muscle, you get used, you just get it, you get more and more used to working with that muscle. Um, or that ability rather. Let's go with more of that. It's one of those like when a kid first learns how to write, it's all over the place. It's really difficult for them. It takes a lot of time. And then as they, practice and get used to it and really fine tune that ability, then it's just second nature. And so it's kind of a similar thing with this as well, is at first, it can be difficult to, learn and understand how these gifts work. But by continuing to just do that and give yourself the time and the space to work with these gifts, you'll get better and better at it. And again, if you're interested in, I just had this thought too. I can do a video where I kind of give some suggestions and teach you how to really work with your different gifts and how to turn them on, and just different things about them. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If you'd be interested in a video where I deep dive into that and kind of teach you and guide you on how to, open up to these certain gifts and really start working with them. Okay, last card. What will happen if you engage the solution? We have the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. So this is really yeah, this is about being able to navigate in between worlds. This is about being able to use these gifts and abilities in your daily life. Maybe for work, maybe for what have you. This is about getting used to these abilities and really fine tuning these abilities and working with them, and then all of a sudden finding yourself in mediumship is a career, or doing this where you're just kind of tomato tomato, but where you're offering guidance to other people in a way. Maybe it's, I just heard something about nature spirits. So take it how it resonates, but this is about really, bridging the gap between those two worlds, the physical and the spiritual, and really working with the spiritual world in your gifts and abilities in a very, I'm feeling like this is going to be in a very consistent, regular way. Um, which is awesome. I really, really love that. Okay, well, with that, I did kind of feel the energy lift, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I really do hope this resonates. This is awesome. This is really great energy. So congrats. Definitely let me know if this resonates, even just a little emoji. It's good confirmation for me. Lets me know that these messages are reaching who they're meant for. If you like this message, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel. Thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, feel free to hit subscribe. And it is free. And I will see you on the next message. Bye.